There's a lot of disagreement going on about the Breonna Taylor case. People are pissed off and angry on all different sides. Some people say they got the facts. Some people say the other side has the fiction. What's what? Let's try to make sense of it. I'm gonna do my part to see if I can help y'all out with this. So stay tuned. What's up, Javi Lobby? It's your boy Javier with the Javier Show. Make sure you say it twice. We back at it again. If you're new to the channel, you like politics, religion, and culture, come hang out with your boy and get a unique perspective. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. If you hit that bell, you're going to get notified of all future content. Now, let's get into Breonna Taylor. All right, so I found an article, right? There's been a lot of discussions going on, and people are saying Breonna was asleep. Breonna wasn't asleep. She was in the hallway. She wasn't in the hallway. You know, the police, they didn't announce themselves. The police did announce themselves. There was all this no-knock warrant. There was a warrant. There wasn't. It was the wrong house. What's what? So I found a good article. Hopefully, many of you trust this website. If not, well, boo-hoo, get over it. But let's get into it and see if we can make sense of it. So I'll read a few from this article and see what we get. All right. So the name of this article is Fact Checking 8 Myths in Breonna Taylor's Case. Was she asleep when police shot her? Is there body cam footage, right? Okay, this is by USA Today, and this was written September 24th, 2020. So it wasn't too long ago. All right. So this is pretty accurate stuff. All right. So the article starts off by talking about Taylor, a 26-year-old emergency room technician at both Jewish and Norton hospitals. It's funny because I heard somebody say that she had got fired, but I'm not sure if this article is going to tell us that or not. She was fatally shot by 3 plainclothes officers attempting to serve a no-knock warrant, right, at 12:40 a.m. Now, that's 12:40 a.m. That means they went into her apartment at after midnight, which, me personally, I do understand the fact that if somebody come beating down your door or trying to knock in your door at that time, we're going to have some issues, all right? I'm just pointing that shit out. Court records show that Louisville police obtained a warrant with a no-knock provision for Taylor's apartment approved by Jefferson Circuit Judge Mary Shaw. So they did have a no-knock warrant that they had the right house. Somebody said that they had the wrong house and they wasn't supposed to be there. But the facts say that they did have the right house and they had a no-knock warrant. Okay? Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker. I know y'all seen Kenneth Walker. He had a few videos talking about how the police tried to cover up the whole situation. That's why they tried to charge him. But apparently, he was the one that shot at the police. He heard pounding at the door, but he did not hear anyone announce they were the police, all right? He fired one shot at 12:43 a.m., according to his arrest citation, thinking intruders were breaking in, which is reasonable. I'm not going to say it wasn't reasonable. You come banging at my door. If I don't hear police, my first instinct is to grab my GAC, and make it do what it do. You feel me? According to officials, Walker bullet struck Sergeant Jonathan Madley in the leg, right? He required surgery, okay? That's not really important. But it does say that the police shot back, shooting more than 20 rounds. 20 rounds, all right? He only shot once. So I'm trying to figure out what exactly took place. Did he shoot the police once, realize it was the police, and then put the gun down? Or by the time he shot the first one, then they just started bam, 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 bam. Who knows, right? Taylor was struck multiple times and died in the hallway of her apartment. Now, this is very important. The hallway. She wasn't asleep. She wasn't laying in the bed. Now, her lawyer came out and said that she was laying in bed when she was shot. There are people still to this day are saying that she was sleeping in her bed when she was shot. That's not true. And this is not a conservative website. This is USA Today. This is not a conservative thing that I'm pushing, so don't come at me with that bull crap. Walker didn't even get wounded. The neighbors said they did not hear the police announce themselves before entering, all right? That's funny because I did hear that one of the neighbors said they didn't hear anything, and then they turned around and changed their statement and said that they did hear the police announce themselves. So that's another controversy that's going on right now. The officers were placed on administrative reassignment pending the results of the investigation into Taylor's death, right? Um, uh, After 4 months of investigation, Kentucky Attorney General Daniel Cameron and his team of prosecutors presented their case to the grand jury. In turn, the grand jury indicted Hackerson alone on 3 counts of first-degree wanton endangerment for shots that went into a neighbor's apartment where 3 people were home. So he was not charged for the killing of Breonna Taylor. There was no murder charges brought against any of the officers. It's basically like reckless endangerment or some sort like that. There's a claim. Police were at the wrong apartment. We already established that was not true. We already know that. Okay. Claim. Police located their main suspect before going to Taylor's home. Several Twitter and Facebook posts have maintained that Glover, one of the main targets in Louisville police narcotics investigation, already was in jail before the officers executed March 13 search warrant at Taylor's apartment. In a lawsuit filed in Jefferson Circuit Court in April against the 3 Louisville police officers who fired their weapons by Taylor's family, attorneys also argued that Glover was located and identified by LMPD prior to the warrant being executed at Breonna's home. So get to the main source. You feel me? Likely true. Police documents offer conflicting accounts of whether officers executed the search warrant simultaneously at Elliott Avenue and at Taylor's apartment. But even if Glover was not in custody before officers forced their way into Taylor's home, based on statements by Mattingly, police still likely knew where he was at the time. Okay, got that. Taylor was shot while she was sleeping in bed. We already established that. That's false. So stop saying she was shot while she was asleep. Taylor was living with a drug dealer. That's the claim, right? Let's see. False. Neither Taylor nor Kenneth Walker has any drug offenses on the records. Additionally, though Taylor and Glover once dated, Glover said they were no longer in touch before her death. There is no evidence Glover was living in Taylor's apartment. Ooh, that's something you got to deal with. Body camera footage exists in Taylor's shooting death. False. There is no body cam footage. However, other officers at the scene following the shooting had operating body cameras and captured video of the aftermath. The officers who was shot was hit by friendly fire. I know that's false. We already know that's false. All right, claim Taylor works as an EMT. I don't know why this is important. Partially true. Now, this is touching on what we were talking about earlier. Taylor joined the city as an EMT recruit in January 2016, became a full EMT by June, and left the Metro government in November 2016. Local attorneys for Taylor's family have clarified that she was working as an ER technician at 2 area hospitals at the time of her March 13 death, with inspirations of becoming a nurse. All right. Claim Taylor was shot 8 times by the police. False. Taylor's official cause of death, as determined by the investigation, was 6 gunshot wounds to the body. All right, and that's it, folks. I mean, what else do you need? What else do you want? That's some good information. So what I realized while reading this article is some people on the right got some things wrong, and some people on the left got some things wrong. So pay attention to the evidence, pay attention to the facts, and let it guide you, let it lead you. Stop jumping to conclusions before you know the full story. Wait for the full evidence to be released before you start making assumptions. There is no evidence right now that points to these officers being racist and killing Breonna Taylor or going after her boyfriend because of racism, so I don't even know why the racism card is being pulled. Also, she wasn't asleep, so when attorneys go out there and lie to you, you need to make sure you know your facts so you can't let these race hustlers lie to you. Also, the last thing, which is very important, it's a tragedy what happened to Breonna Taylor. A fucking tragedy. Nobody wants this to happen to anybody they know or care about or to themselves. This was badly implemented. I personally think wrong timing. And she lost her life for it. Everybody should be sad because of it. And we should work to make sure things like this don't happen again. But also at the same time, I don't see how you can charge the officers with murder. So that's all I got to say on that subject. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Do you trust the article? Do you trust the facts that being pointed out? What is it that you still want to know about the Breonna Taylor case? What's your thoughts on the riots that happened? I want to know all of these things so we can discuss it in the comments below. Also, go check out my Black Snow podcast. And I do want to let y'all know that I'm thinking about revamping my whole YouTube channel and, changing the name, changing the whole theme and concept or whatever the case may be. That's something that I'm working on. So be on the lookout for that. And thank you for watching. If you're new to the channel, go ahead, please subscribe. Please hit that bell. You're going to get notified of all future videos. Like and share this video at least twice. Till next time.